picking up a little trash. Today I think I'll share a story with you. First I want to look for something over here. I'm going to sit here in the shade for a few minutes and wait for the mailman, because I know it's time for him. Save me a trip back down here. Give me the opportunity to tell you this story. This not the most pleasant topic in the world. Talking about the cruelty to animals. I've always considered myself an animal lover. I can't take care of all of them I see around. But I don't believe in cruelty to animals whatsoever. Yesterday I'm sitting up there on the front porch. My wife's up there right now watering the flowers. And it was getting on late in the evening. I kept seeing something down here in the grass looking back at me. Every once in a while I see this little head pop up. And I figured something's moving over there. My eyesight ain't all that good. And finally it dawned on me, I was looking at a dog's face. The dog was down in the ditch just to the left of that trash pile you see over there, or cardboard or whatever that is laying over there in the grass. And he kept looking towards me up there on the porch. Then I got to thinking about it. Yes, sir, that's a dog I see looking at me out of the grass. So I had to go in and do something, came back out, and sure as the world, I seen it again. So I got in my expedition and drove down here, because I thought maybe he could be hurt or something, you know. If he's hurt, I'll certainly get over there and help him. It ain't nobody's dog from around here that I know of. So I parked right there by the mailbox and stood right in front of the mailbox looking right at him. He stood up and looked at me. Wasn't a thing wrong with him. He was a good sized beagle dog, not young, older, had a little weight to him. But he was skittish, and I said, "Come here, boy." He went up in the grass by the big trees and sat vertically upright on his haunches, just looking at me. He was scared of me to come over here. And I thought, somebody put that dog out. And he was sitting right there. This has to be where they put him out. He was waiting for them to come back and get him. But I was in my flip-flops. I'm not going to get over there and try to chase him down. But I could see he wasn't hurt or injured. And then I thought, well, maybe he belongs to one of the neighbors over here. I don't know all the people that live over there. Possibly, I'm hoping that's the case. I hope he just lives over here in one of these houses. But last time I looked, he was still sitting over there by the trees looking at me. Maybe he was trying to figure what I was doing down here. I had noticed earlier that the neighbor's dog over there by that other house next door to me, I had noticed he kept barking at something. He was barking at this dog down here, I guess. But it reminds me of a time as a child. I was about, you know, you always see cases of cruelty where they put dogs out or injure them, or you hear stories. But to be personally involved in one of them is a different story entirely. We lived in Florida at the time, and I was visiting a relative, but I'm not going to say what their name is. They're no longer alive. And I guess I might have been 12, 13 maybe. We're driving down this dirt road, and they had this new little puppy dog. He was about, oh, I don't know. He might have been a couple months old. He was big enough to run around and take care of himself. Stopped on this dirt road. I said, what are we going down this road for? I almost said his name. And stopped the car and put the dog out on the road. I said, what are you doing? He got in the car and we started driving away, and I looked behind us, and the little puppy was running down the dirt road trying to catch up with us. And I said, why did you do that? I felt so guilty that he had put that dog out. If nowadays I would have went back and got him and put him in my car. But I just felt so bad for that little dog, and then I thought, no, somebody will take him in and he'll have a much better life than he'll have with this fool. And I never had much more to do with the man after that. That was probably the last time I went to visit with him. He was one of my sister's husbands. I'm not going to give their name. Stepsister's husbands. Neither one of them's alive anymore. But it just brings cruelty to animals to mind. Another thing that irks me is how these people take advantage of people's feelings for cruelty to animals. They'll spend an hour doing a commercial and show you some poor, starving, mistreated dogs, so you'll send them some money. I know you've all seen them commercials, and you're not going to convince me that money people are sending in from all over the country is going to do anything to enrich the dog's life, any dog's life. All it's going to do is go right straight into somebody's damn bank account. And it just irks me to see that. I know there's useful organizations like the ASPCA and all that do good work, and there should be more of that type of activity. The people just indiscriminately breed dogs at will and never think about how much trouble it is to take care of a dog. I've raised dogs, took care of dogs, and I know to be a pet lover is not an easy task. You gotta feed them and care for them and make sure they got medical attention. Anytime I've ever had a dog or a cat, it was like a member of the family, but you can't take everybody's critter in. I would have fed him yesterday if I could have got him to come over here, but every time I would start towards him, he just moved farther away. I said, well, maybe he'll come up in the yard after a while. But today, he's gone. Anyway, that's not much of a little story. I thought I'd share it with you. And wherever the little beagle dog is, I hope he's doing fine. Maybe he just went home.